Thickeners. Thickening agents work to give products an appealing consistency. They can come from four different families. Number one is lipid thickness. They work by imparting the natural thickness to the formula. Naturally derived thickeners come, as the name suggests, from nature. Cosmetic with a consistency that is too thick can be diluted with solvents such as water or alcohols. Mineral thickeners. Mineral thickeners are also natural. They absorb water and oils to increase viscosity, but give a different result to the final emulsion than the gums. Synthetic thickeners. They are often used in moisturizers that is used to smear into the skin.
Thank you, Ate. So, as it was mentioned before, there are four types of thickeners. First, we have lipid thickeners. These are usually solid at room temperature but can be liquefied. So, it's literally in the name solid and liquid. Lipid. So, that's one way to differentiate this thickener from the others. Next, we have naturally derived thickeners. They are polymer that absorbs water, causing to swell up and increase viscosity. Viscosity resists is like the resistance to flow. So, yeah. So, they're polymers, natural derived are polymers that absorbs water. Next that we have is mineral thickeners. They are also natural. They absorb both water and oil and to increase viscosity. But it gives a different result to the final emulsion than the previous thickener. We have next synthetic thickeners. They are often used in lotion and cream products. This is a water soluble and can be used to form clear gels. So we have four thickeners. We have lipid, which is usually solid at room temperature but can be liquefied. We have natural, which is polymer based that absorbs water. We have mineral that absorbs both water and oil. And then the last one was synthetic, which can form clear gels and is water soluble. Next core ingredient that we have is emollient. So emollient softens the skin by preventing water loss. So it is literally like oils. So most of these are like beeswax, olive oil, coconut oil, and lanolin, as well as petrolatum or petroleum jelly, mineral oil, glycerin, zinc oxide, butyl stearate, and diglycol laurate. So it's literally easy to memorize. Emollient softens the skin by preventing water loss. So keyword here is by preventing water loss. Next that we have is coloring agents or pigments. There are two types of coloring agents or pigments. There is the organic and inorganic. Inorganic, these are carbon-based molecules. It is not to be confused with the word to promote natural or non-synthetic or chemical-free products. But the two most common organic pigments are lakes and toners. Inorganic coloring pigments. These are generally metal oxides, which means it's metal and oxygen and often some other elements too. They are usually duller than organic, but the colors are longer lasting. So they're more resistant to heat and light. Next that we have are fragrances.
Fragrances. There are over 3,000 chemicals used to formulate the huge range of fragrances used in consumer products worldwide. A comprehensive list has been published by the fragrance industry. All the ingredients on list have passed the International Fragrances Association or IFRA safety standards for use in commercial products.
Yes, thank you, Kuya. So there are over 3,000 chemicals used to formulate the huge range of fragrances. And there has been a list where the fragrances have all passed the International Fragrance Association Safety Standards, or IFRA. So, dapat lahat ng magagamit na chemicals para gumawa ng fragrant is pasado sa safety standards ng IFRA for commercial products. And last but not the least, we have pH stabilizers. These are to stabilize the pH levels of products to ensure that we can use it on our skin. So, let us recall the 8 core ingredients. First, we have water, emulsifiers, preservatives, thickeners, emollient, coloring agents or pigments, fragrances, and pH stabilizers. We are on our last chapter, which are products. So in products, we're going to tackle about the products that has chemistry. So creams. These are semi-solid emulsions which contains mixtures of oil and water. So if we're going to look back to our core ingredients, what do you think is the main core ingredient in here? It's said that these are semi-solid emulsions which contains mixtures of oil and water. So what core ingredient did we mention about oil and water? If you said the emulsifiers, you are correct. The creams usually have emulsifiers so that it has an even texture. Their consistency varies between liquids and solids. Salve or medical ointments for soothing product purposes, and unguent for soothing products. Preparations in earlier days led to the development of cleansing and cold creams. So there are classifications of cream to their functions, and in number 1 we have cleansing and cold creams. These are the basic creams that we use in our everyday lives. They are used to moisturize our hands and bodies. Number 2, we have foundation and vanishing creams. These are base creams that we apply before applying makeup. One example of this is foundations and primers. Usually, beauty influencers or makeup influencers uses primers to smoothen out their skin. Number 3, we have night and massage creams. Night and massage creams usually has more richer and nourishing ingredients, and are often left overnight. So if you want to wake up with a beautiful and shining skin, you should use night and massage creams. Number 4, we have hand and body creams. These are similar to cleansing and cold creams. And number 5, we have all-purpose creams. These are literally all-purpose. So it's basically all of this, all of what we have mentioned above. Next product that we have are powders. There are many variations of the powders, one being body powders, face powders, compacts, medicated powders, which are used for prickly heat purposes and preventing microbial growth on the surface of the skin. We have deodorant powders and foot powders. We use powders in our everyday lives, don't we? So now let's move on to deodorants. These are mostly alcohol-based and consist of compounds like sodium stearate, stearyl alcohol, and sodium chloride. These ingredients make the target bacterial region too acidic or salty to sustain fermentation by bacteria. So, deodorants target the bacterial region and makes it too salty or too acidic para hindi magkaroon ng fermentation of bacteria, para hindi ka magkaroon ng nangangamoy na And next product that we have are fragrances. Perfumes used in cosmetics are complex mixtures of hundreds of ingredients. We have mentioned earlier that there are 3,000 or more than 3,000 chemicals used to formulate fragrances, and all of this has to pass the safety standards of the International Fragrance Association or IFRA. They are used in practically all cosmetics, such as toilet products, skincare products, sunscreens, and related products to hair and related products or decorative cosmetics. And that is chemistry in our everyday lives.